A Manchester United fan playing for Manchester United. It seems like it's everybody's dream, but at the end of the day, is he good enough to stay at Manchester United permanently? What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Code, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. This video is all gonna be about Odion Ighalo and his path to being a Manchester United player, one of the more favourite ones, and whether or not we should keep him or let him go in the summer. Now, before we get started, please like and subscribe if you think Odion Ighalo has performed tremendously over the past few weeks. Months, however long we've had him, and also let me know, would you keep him or let him go in the comments below. Now, before we get started, I just want to say it is way too early to tell whether or not Odion Ighalo should be a permanent Manchester United player or not. Now, of course, if we're considering keeping him, he's obviously not going to be a starting striker. He's going to be a guy that comes off the bench and makes a contribution in that sort of aspect. In order to really identify what Odion Ighalo really would mean to us, we have to look at his performances so far, because at the end of the day, this season is probably has a good chance of not continuing. So we have to look at the performances that we've seen so far. Now, Odion Ighalo in all of his starts has scored a goal, and sometimes have even scored 2 goals. He's had a tremendous goal shot to goal ratio since he's been at Manchester United, and he has bagged a lot of good goals in cup competitions where we've needed him to kind of give a helping hand and giving an extra contribution to our team. He's obviously a fan favorite as well. Manchester United, born and bred. A character who would die to play for Manchester United. These are some of the characters that we need. We need more Manchester United fans playing for Manchester United, Manchester United supporters, and of course, this could be the start of a fairy tale story that might not end well if we end up keeping him permanently. It's similar to the Oli situation, isn't it? We have to be very well prepared that Odion Ighalo may have a decent lack of form, just like any other striker in the world. But is he going to be worth keeping when that form seems to drop? So far, he's been tremendous, and he's arguably been one of our best players of the month. So it's all about whether or not Manchester United are willing to give Odion Ighalo a chance. And here's why I believe Odion Ighalo should be given a chance. Now, as I've said before, he started in any game he started, he scored. He's also going to be willing to take a bench option for Manchester United. He obviously he would want to start. That's an ideal situation. However, with the price that he is and the age that he is, I definitely see him not complaining about being on the bench and playing for the team that he loves. Nevertheless, he's also very much a fan favourite. His first interview in Manchester United was so special, and it was so different to see how a real Manchester United fan really reacts to the team. The comments he said, how all the fans believed in what he said as well, and the problems that the team had, and how he feels like he could solve it. He's really done his research here for Manchester United, and how could he not if he's a Manchester United fan? I don't care where you play. If you're a fan of a team, you still watch their games, you still support them in some way. So Odion Ighalo, being a Manchester United fan, only brings the status of him as well as the club higher, because he's playing for the team that he loves and he's giving it all out there. And not only that, he's showed success as well. We also have to look at the price. Now, this isn't a fact, but apparently the price that his former team in China, I don't remember the team name, I apologize for that, would want 15 million in order to permanently buy him, which is around triple the time of what he was estimated to be at 5 million. Is 15 million worth it? Now, I think 15 million in this current time is not worth it, and the reason why is with this whole coronavirus issue, both clubs, sporting clubs, sporting events, everything is taking a massive hit financially. So Manchester United will have taken a massive hit financially, a very big hit financially because of this crisis. Whether the season continues or not, that's already coming into play, and it's going to be very tough to recover from that. So I don't think there's going to be many signings for many clubs in this transfer period, just because of the financial hit that they've all taken. and 15 million, which would seem like pocket change for Manchester United. They spent 15 million on Daniel James, might seem a little bit more now. So maybe if he can get it for less, maybe if they can get him for 5 million or even 10 million, that seems a lot more worth it in this current period of time in this financial state than a 15 million would ever be. So 15 million, I think if we can get him for less, he's definitely worth the buy. Um, I don't really know what else to say for Ighalo. Like he's been such a positive influence since he's come in, and it's not necessarily just Bruno Fernandes that's made an impact as well. Ighalo has really put competition into this team, really put a leader's experience in terms of the attack. He knows where the goals is. He's in the perfect situations in all the time, and he scored some cracker of goals. If you look at the very last game that we played, that goal, beautiful technique. He's a left-footed strike. I don't think that's even his proper foot, but what a strike that was! Reminded me of Mason Greenwood in a way, where he's two-footed, but there's also other goals that just, poachers goals, some of them, and then other of them are just real good technique, real good strength, real good power. And I feel like he brings a lot. Now, not necessarily just for the performances, but also for the team and learning from him. Ighalo is not a striker that anybody would consider a top-class striker. Ighalo, for many people, was laughed at from other clubs when he came into the team. However, he is a very experienced striker that can bring goal scoring willingness, goal scoring technique, and also the awareness to be in certain situations at certain times. So players like Martial can learn a bit from, even Rashford. It's things that we've talked about, how Manchester United have lacked. Manchester United lack people in the box. Ighalo is in the box. Manchester United lack people that can actually win a header or get to the cross in time or to predict the play, where Ighalo seems to be doing that very well. He's a natural-born striker. He knows where the ball is going to be at all times. And that's something you might not be able to teach, but it's also something you might be able to see and take bits and pieces from. At the end of the day, football is a game full of experience. The more experience you get, the better you're going to play. The more situations that you're in, the better you're going to play in other situations. That's just how the world is. You could be young and you could still have tons of experience just because of all the situations you've been in. That's why Marcus Rashford is so important to us. Yeah, he's only, 22 now, 23 years old. But he's been in a Manchester United team for nearly 5 years now, and he's had experience as the first teamer, and he's still got a long way to go. And Ighalo can help teach Rashford and teach Martial and teach Greenwood and teach any other striker coming up how to be in certain situations. So Ighalo, he brings more than just on the pitch performances. He could potentially be a player that people learn from. He could potentially be something that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer kind of is with the strikers. It's all, at the end of the day, that's nothing but positives that coming out from Odion Ighalo's signing. I think at the time people were questioning it. Like at the end of the day, the actual transfer, well, it was in the last few hours of the transfer window. It seemed desperate. It was desperate. But sometimes being desperate isn't a bad thing. It just shows that you might have not handled your business as well as you've liked to. But being desperate just means that you really care about the situation of the club. So being desperate does not mean anything. What means the most to me is that he's come in and we've treated him right. The fans have given him support. He's given the fans support back. He's gonna try his best. He's tried his best and he's succeeding. That's all that matters. Now, what can we expect from Ighalo if he does end up signing here permanently? I believe Ighalo is definitely a backup striker. I think the likes of Mason Greenwood and Tahith Chong and Angel Gomez and all of them, they're players that can come off the bench or can play on different wings. I think Ighalo's a natural-born striker. So we're playing Mason Greenwood on the right because he can play on the right. I think Ighalo is much more suited for just the upfront role. Just a natural striker. In the box, he can score goals. It's not going to be a problem for him. He's similar to a Lukaku in a way, except Lukaku was not 15 million. He was around 75 million. Of course, Lukaku's a better player. Don't get me wrong. Don't misinterpret my words. Lukaku is a better player than Ighalo, leaps and bounds. But Ighalo brings something that Lukaku didn't. Ighalo brings a Manchester United fan. He brings the willingness to come off the bench, which is something that Lukaku might have not been opposed to, but also wouldn't necessarily like being at his age and his potential and how good of a player he is. Ighalo brings a lot of things that we've had in the past as well. There have been strikers that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was one of them. That just came off the bench and would make an impact. And a lot of the times now, we're like all the targets that we're looking at. Werner, we looked at Haaland, we looked at Jovic from Real Madrid. All these strikers would want to come in and start for Manchester United. And we have a very good striker in Anthony Martial at the moment, who is doing very well in the Manchester United team. And what's the point in getting a striker that can start if you're just going to bench Anthony Martial, who's already proven that he can be a starter in this Manchester United team? What does that solve? And at the end of the day, if you're going to maybe try and not buy a right winger, that's the only thing I can see. Put Martial on the left and Rashford on the right. But we are looking for a right winger. We're looking to buy Sancho. We're looking to buy anybody from the right wing. We've been looking for years for that. So at the moment, what can we say that that can kick Martial out of the team? So I think at the end of the day, Ighalo is definitely the better option in terms of depth and in terms of actually wanting to be here and not looking for a move afterwards, and also contributing off the bench and willingness and happy to do that. I think Ighalo is the perfect man for that. So overall, I think the answer is pretty obvious from this entire video. Should we keep Odion Ighalo? The answer is yes, but at the right price. We cannot overpay for Odion Ighalo, because 15 million in this market, in this financial state that Manchester United and all of the world are in, 15 million is just it's not worth it for someone who's 31 years old and is still kind of unknown, because it is too early to tell. But we all love Odion Ighalo. We all praise Odion Ighalo. It's like a fairy tale. It is a fairy tale for many, many fans. A Manchester United fan watching Manchester United all your life from any country that you are, in this case, him being from Nigeria. Any country that you're from, you're watching Manchester United, you're loving Manchester United. Manchester United is your dream. And you end up becoming a footballer and you end up playing for all these teams and you get close, you verse Manchester United. But now you're playing for Manchester United. That's a dream. That's a dream come true. Versing Manchester United and playing Manchester United as a Man United fan is a dream come true. And he's living his dream. And that's the story behind it. It's a fantastic story to watch and to see happen before your eyes. And that's why Odion Ighalo should definitely stay here. We should definitely give him a chance. It's a very low risk chance as well. At the end of the day, even if we do spend 15 million, that is still pocket change despite the financial situation, considering how much Manchester United make. It's just all about would the board be willing to spend that much on a 31-year-old that at the end of the day is a bench player. We'll just have to wait and see now, don't we? I think 5 to 10 million is definitely more suitable. I mean, we got rid of Ashley Young, who's what, 32 years old, 33. I don't know how old he is, but for 1 million. So Manchester United, at the end of the day, they're not really good at negotiating deals, are they? I'm sure we could have got more for Ashley Young, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And Ighalo, we need to slowly bring down the price. And the good thing for Manchester United is, as long as they take to keep deals and to make deals happen, I don't think there's going to be a race for Ighalo, and I don't think Ighalo will choose any other club besides Manchester United. So Manchester United do have the power here. Let's see what happens. Let's keep Ighalo and let's perform, whether it's the end of the season or next season. Let's perform and let's try and see how far we can get with Ollie or whoever comes in and all these players that we're linked to. Let's see the future is positive at the moment, and that's only because the present is positive. And right now, Ighalo is the present. And yeah, that's all. I want to thank you all for watching. Like I said, please like and subscribe. If you think Odion Ighalo should stay at Manchester United next season, let me know if you disagree. Let me know why you disagree. It's a very interesting topic. My next Manchester United related video is going to be about Bruno Fernandes, obviously the impact that he made. I wanted to do those two just based on the January transfer window. Those are the two we're signing. And eventually later on down the line when the season is over, I want to do a whole entire transfer signings review. So everybody, and I want to see how well they've actually done and who has not rised up to the situation and who has ultimately become some of our best players. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. This is the Sports Code. Stay safe, take care, and peace.